Valley Club, if you want to get a jump on your Professor X unlock, start hoarding your ISO 8 energy now. Next week is the first event rewarding Gear Tier 20 pieces. We also have Shadow King's event returning, and we got more free stuff to celebrate the 7th anniversary of Marvel Strike Force. And if you're ready for all the details, then you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button, and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. Hope you're having an excellent day. Hope you're ready for more free stuff next week for the 7th anniversary. Also, Shadow King's event is coming back next week, so if you don't already have him at 7 stars, next week's going to be your chance. And the first Gear Tier 20 is going to be coming in the game next week. And if you get some value from this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new video goes up. We have at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos every single week on this channel. But let's jump right into the advanced copy of the blog Commanders. This is your battle plan for March 8th through the 14th of March. And then starting on March 10th will be the Hercules Battle Pass. I guess you could get some shards for Hercules there. The more important thing is, especially in that free path, those brooches for Lilandra. Throughout the month of March, battle passes and the strike passes, the free path will reward brooches for Lilandra, which will allow you to complete that web milestone to get 7 red stars for her for free, just for some highly engaged play. Now, if you want to purchase the paid path, either the premium or the premium plus, you can get even more milestones on there. But just from the free battle pass milestones and the strike pass milestones through March, you can get the 7 red stars for Lilandra. So make sure you complete all the objectives for this. Panopl is going to be the next Blitz character starting on Monday, and then the hero's journey is going to begin. This is the first event rewarding Gear Tier 20 pieces. It's going to be rewarded in that leaderboard, and obviously if you're a spender, you could rank higher in the leaderboard, get more of these pieces. But even if you're a free-to-play player, I would suggest hoarding your ISO 8 because you want to try to get as high as you can on these leaderboards, get these Gear Tier 20 pieces to help you get Professor X a little faster. So start to hoard your ISO 8 energy here. It looks like you can still get a lot of free stuff there, and then try to place as high in the leaderboard for this Gear Tier 20 pieces. We have the month-long milestone events going on also. We have a main milestone event and we have a web milestone event. There's no alliance event next week, but there is a quick rumble blitz that's not listed here that is listed down below. Havoc is going to be the next character release. That's going to be on March 13th. But Shadow King is coming back. March 10th is the Shadow King event. And then there's a Sentinel Earth campaign that is related to the 7th anniversary events. And it does say Shadow King's event is coming back on Monday, so this is great if you don't already have him at 7 stars. If you do have him at 7 stars, there should be some milestones in there, like the Old Man Logan Trials that does reward some Crimson gear. Not the Gear Tier 20 unique pieces, but just some Crimson gear in general. And that should help with the Professor X unlock. But if you haven't been through the Shadow King trials or not sure who to prepare, Global Villains is needed for Mission 3. Non-Mythic Brawlers is needed for Mission 4. Mercs or Undying is needed for Mission 5. And you don't really need the Undying. Mercs are, Old Man Logan's pretty much going to handle that nose. Annihilators again for Mission 6. Global Villains for Mission 7. Mercs Undying back on Mission 9. Mission 8, I went in the wrong order, but Mission 8, Non-Mythic Brawlers and Annihilators again for Mission 10. That is a requirement for Shadow King. Like I said, Havoc is coming to the game on March 13th. Normal release method, so he's going to be in an orb for 675 power cores. There should be an increased red star drop rate. Not sure if there's going to be some event going on like Howard has that will just reward red stars in a milestone. So we'll see with that one. But normal release method, and what it does say about Havoc, Explosive Blaster for the Starjammers features solid health stats to keep him in the fight while he's punching holes through enemy teams. He applies key negative effects to enemies early in battle, allowing you to choose the enemy to incapacitate with stun and trauma. Havoc also creates chaos for enemies with barrier, blocking them from gaining immunity, lowering their damage reduction, and on enemy turn, if they have barrier, applies disrupted. In Crucible, it's even stronger. This team is very strong in Crucible. He gives Starjammers allies speed per enemy with barrier, a crucial advantage against top teams. So that is what he's going to do. He's going to be very good in Crucible. My experience on a playtest server, I only got to fight one team, but the Starjammers demolished that team. I've seen different footage from the test server. Not sure how good they're going to be outside of Crucible or outside of their team, but in Crucible, they look pretty good. Daylight savings time, unfortunately, is beginning this Sunday, March 9th. So event times are going to start an hour later. I'm still hoping one day that the folks at Marvel Strike Force will implement a time change 2 times a year. They had it in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes even before Marvel Strike Force is out. I wanted that for Marvel Strike Force just so that every time we get this daylight savings going on, we can choose to have the event start and end at the same time that is most convenient for us. So I'm going to push on them. Hopefully they do that this year. Every time we have a time change, I always say, hey, let's get that option for players to choose that. And hopefully they do listen this time or have the resources to actually do it this time. All right, Gear Tier 20 is coming, and you're going to have more details in the upcoming weeks. There may be a video on this channel with more details on when that's actually being released in the game, but there is going to be a pre-event coming next week where you can earn some Gear Tier 20 pieces in the leaderboard of this Hero's Journey event. And then we have the 7-year anniversary event continuing. Chapter 2 is coming next week. And for the heroic missions, you would need Kestrel and 1 to 4 city characters. And I'm pretty excited for this, given what we've seen in Chapter 1. The heroic missions does have some Crimson gear, which I think is pretty good, especially because some of the previous events we've had to celebrate the anniversaries of Marvel Strike Force, really rewarding for new and mid-game players, but didn't really have a lot for end-game players. So really happy with what I see in Chapter 1 there, but hopefully it gets better for Chapter 2, even better for Chapter 3, and even better for Chapter 4. Let me know what your expectations are for Chapter 2 and some of the subsequent weeks that we are having for this 7th anniversary. And we got great news for fans of War, not so great news if you're like myself or my alliance that's really casual War, doesn't really like War. War was 2 times a week for a minimum of 2 weeks. Well, we're going back to 3 wars per week starting next week. Still looking at change those with War, so keep an eye out for future blogs. I hope they go back to 2 times a week, bring Crucible back to the weekdays. I do not like Crucible on the weekdays, and I'm going to keep letting the devs know every time that I talk to them or see them. Let me know down in the comments what you want to happen with War and Crucible going forward, what you would want to see the devs do as a final product, or if you want to just keep having them tinker with this to find a sweet spot for the majority of the community. Obviously, not everybody's going to be happy, but the majority of the community hopefully will be happy. Free Claim Friday, this is going to go live later today, and it will go until March 8th, 1 p.m., so you have until then to claim it. 100 Origin coins and 5 Patriot shards. And then the 7th anniversary event, these are very, very easy. Our last week's was very easy. This one looks very easy. And what it's gonna be for this one, you're gonna have to complete daily objectives. So again, very, very easy. Just do your normal daily objectives to complete this milestone. Battle with city characters in any game mode. Bonus points for using Shield Medic in Blitz battles. And everybody, if you started last week, you should have a 7 red or a 7-star Shield Medic, because in the main milestone event for March, lots of shards for Shield Medic, so you don't have to farm Shield Medic to get there. Big rewards there is a 7th anniversary for Jean Grey's costume, and her new costume is on the loading screen, but in game it does look like this. So I'm gonna grind for this costume. I like to grind for all costumes, whether I'm gonna use that character or not. Let me know what your thoughts are on this costume. But as far as earning that costume, looks like it's gonna be pretty easy. It's gonna be based on just completing your daily objectives again. Do that all 7 days, 140,000 points available there. If you battle with city characters, any battle in the game with city characters, 75,000 points for that. And if you play a blitz battle with Shield Medic at 7 yellow stars, which everybody should have just from the month-long milestones, 30,000 points. So if we add up all those, 245,000 points. All you need is 180,000 points. So everyone should get this. Lots of room for leeway, unless you're not really engaged in this week, but it should be pretty easy if you're engaged. Got some 7th year tokens there, some experience, some gold. So some pretty easy rewards to get. And again, that's going to begin on March 10th. Also beginning on March 10th is your web event. And if we go into the web milestones right now, the scoring for this, the rewards are going to be exactly the same. So the same amount of the 7th year tokens, the same amount of these gold promotion tickets, the same amount of these orbs. Again, the scoring is going to be based on spending eventful energy. So that's that 7th anniversary event showcase that's going on right now. And then Starship energy, that's a showcase for the Starjammers. So just spending that showcase energy should get you these milestones. The main thing that you want to make sure you're getting is these 7th anniversary tokens to make sure that at the end of the month-long milestone, you're not short of these points. But the rest of this stuff is great for new and mid-game players, not as necessary for end-game players though. So just make sure you get all of these tokens for the 7th year anniversary. Then on March 14th is the Quick Rumble Blitz that required characters with a Guardian tag to score for that. You're going to get some 7th year tokens as a reward for that. Then Monday is when the Crimson Gear is going to begin, the Gear Tier 20 leaderboard. And what you're going to need to do to score points for this: earn orb fragments from ISO 8 campaign nodes, play Cosmic Crucible battles, and if you have these Starjammers unlocked, you're going to get even more bonus points. So the rewards are going to be experienced purple ISO skill gear, decent stuff in the main rewards, but Gear Tier 20 pieces are going to be on the leaderboards. So I'm going to be hoarding my ISO 8 to try to get as far in the leaderboard as possible, but don't have Howard unlocked, and I don't think I'm going to have Havoc unlocked. But the scoring for this will be based a lot on your Cosmic Crucible battles. 54,000 point limit for your Cosmic Crucible battles. So if you're highly engaged, you can get points for that. Now, if you do have Starjammers in Crucible, that's Groot, Rocket, and if you're engaged, you should have Lalandra unlocked. 25,000 point limit for that. So make sure you're using them in Cosmic Crucible. Now, if you have Howard, Havoc, going to get even more points if you do have them unlocked. I'm not going to use them in the calculations, but I am going to use the Lalandra calculations because I'm assuming that if you're highly engaged, you do have her unlocked. 25,000 points for that. Now, as far as the rewards for this, decent rewards. There's no real main target that I see that that people could push for. There is a lot of gold here at 8 million gold at one of the later milestones, but seems pretty tough to get that if you don't have the Starjammers unlocked. If you have the Starjammers unlocked, probably going to get a lot of that stuff there. But a lot of this is going to be, a lot of the rewards are going to be from this leaderboard here. If we take a look at the main leaderboard, what you get, we have some sigils here. And that is, you're going to get a bunch of them if you're in the top 1,000. Top 3% will still get some. Everybody's actually going to get some, but I'm going to try to push for that top 3%, getting some 20 Crimson Sigils. And if we go into the game and look at these Armory 17 orb, the Crimson version of all these pieces is the mini uniques you're going to need for Gear Tier 20. The Sigil is this piece right here. You're going to get the Crimson gear of the Crimson version of this in the leaderboard if you are ranked. And in the leaderboard, there's also some Crimson Mythic Geodes. If we go back to the Armory 17 orb in the center pillar, we do see the teal version of that Mythic Geode. The Crimson version is what's going to be on the line for this leaderboard in this upcoming event. If we look at the calculations for this, I just did this for non-spenders, so no power cores or anything like that, because a lot of the main milestone rewards aren't that great. A lot of the good rewards are tied to that leaderboard. That's where those Gear Tier 20 pieces are. So if you want to spend more power cores, spend more money for that, then you can. But just for the rewards for the main milestone, you're going to get points for battling in Crucible. You should be able to do that just doing your normal Crucible battles. With Lalandra in Crucible as well, and if you're highly engaged, you should already have her unlocked by doing your raid battles and your Crucible battles over the past few weekends. And then the big difference in this is going to come from your ISO 8 spending, and there's going to be some Hero's Journey orb fragments in the ISO 8 orbs, or in the ISO 8 nodes. We don't know how many orb fragments we're getting per ISO 8 energy spent, but I'm going to assume 4 because a lot of the events we've had recently is 4 orb fragments per energy spent. It may be different, but that's what I'm going to use for my calculations here. Hopefully it is the same though. But as far as the free ISO energy you're getting on a daily basis, 654 free. That is assuming that you're not letting anything top off. You're getting all of your free claims and getting that web claim as well. 650 free. You're getting more if you spend some cores on that as well. But you also get 7 days for the course of 7 days, because is it a 7-day event? I'm assuming that 4 points per, that is 18,200 points, which means that if we do get this ratio of ISO 8 energy per orb fragments earned, 97,200 points for that, and that will get us to milestone 12. So if you're just an engaged player, not spending power cores on your ISO 8, not hoarding anything, this is where you're gonna get. If you are hoarding and spending power cores, you get even more, but I think a lot of these rewards are okay. The main rewards that people want to push for are in these leaderboard there. And Twitch drops are continuing next week as well. Make sure your account is linked to Twitch if you want to get some of these rewards. So next week rewards, 300 L3 training mats, 400 L3 training modules, so 700 of these L3 training modules in total, and Kestrel Strike Anniversary costume. This was a costume that was rewarded for the 5th anniversary of Marvel Strike Force. So if you've been playing that long, you should have that costume already. And like I said, I think what the devs want to do is they weren't sure how these Twitch drops were going to work. So they awarded some older costumes for the first 2 weeks, and then week 3, week 4, hopefully we get some newer costumes. There are a bunch of costumes on the splash screen. So let me know what costumes you would want to see from the Twitch drops, which ones you don't want to see from the Twitch drops as well. But of course, everything that we said in this video is subject to change, because everything in this blog post is subject to change as well. So yeah, lots going on next week. And remember, a lot of the event start times are going to be a little different because of the daylight savings time change that's going on. Hopefully you did get some value from this video. And if you did, leave it a like. And if you want to see what are the biggest mistakes that people can make in Marvel Strike Force right now, they're pretty common. I've made a few of these mistakes and I still make some of these mistakes. Check out the video up there so you can make your account super efficient. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.